So it's been a little bit since we just kind of sat and talked about some random things that were on my mind. If I'm not mistaken, I think the last time I just did a standard little vlog was when winter kicked off, and winter was kind of night and day from 2020 to then go into 2021, which was kind of like the cause of a perfect storm. So many big projects ended up getting pushed back, weren't released, kind of half-ass finished because, well, they were just too big of projects not to. And I remember when I was looking over the chart, at multiple points when I was looking over the chart and seeing what spring was offering, I was personally convinced the spring season would be just as good, if not better, than winter of last season. I told a lot of people that, and I got so many reactions saying, what is wrong with you? But if you just looked at the number of high-profile names, either finally getting their other works adapted in the case of, say, the Cautious Hero or Konosuba authors. Konosuba authors has, of course, Combatants Will Be Dispatched, which was actually the web novel that came before the web novel of Konosuba. You had the Cautious Hero author who now has Full Dive, which is kind of like an SAO parody if you really look at it. You have big profile names like the To Your Eternity series, which is done by the Silent Voice author. ReZero and Chaos Child teamed together in order to create Vivi, an anime original by Wit Studio with one of the healthiest production cycles and best production value I've seen. There were so many giant names all in this season, while also having all these new and interesting ideas from Mars Red, a stage play turned anime, or Odd Taxi in this season, something that you would think you would see on Adult Swim late at night. It just felt to me like, as long as these series have the production to match the quality that the writing would probably have, how would it not be just as good as winter? And personally for me, I'm actually enjoying spring more than winter, and if you watched Season Roundup or watched any of the videos last season, I had a blast making videos, and of course it's not going to last forever. Eventually, all the big shows will start to be spread a bit more evenly, and I mean, with Katakawa making 40 anime per year or funding 40 anime per year going forward, there's not enough staff to make all the anime that are being made, right? Eventually, some of our productions that we're really looking forward to are going to crash and burn even without COVID destroying the world, right? So, for right now, we're just kind of soaking in the glory of anime without much struggles right now, and it's pretty fantastic to see it. I mean, from a content creator perspective, I have a pick where I can literally pick out 15 shows that I want to cover every single week and still have 10 that I probably could cover, really enjoy, mental sanity say, no, I'm just not going to cover it because I'm content this is a good enough a number. Where usually, if you would want to find 12 to 15 shows to cover, you really got to scrape through, you really got to try so many things. But all the series that I wanted to review this season, pretty much immediately I was like, yep, as I expected, it's absolutely fantastic. It's really interesting, and I mean, as just a general anime consumer out there, I mean, if you're the type of person who wants to have something every single day of the week, you can do so. If you're someone who wants to have one day of the week where you can just binge 10 shows, you can do that too. There's a way for pretty much any anime fan to get what they want. And if you're a binge enthusiast, you're going to have so many picks from this season and last season that you can literally spread between these two seasons. There's probably enough series to binge over the course of the rest of this year and probably have a very good time, right? It's absolutely fantastic to see where anime has gone. And yeah, I mean, there's certain series that I'm slowly watching in my own time. Like, I'm obviously watching the second core of Moriarty the Patriot. I'm probably going to wait till that's closer to being over because I've only seen the first couple of episodes of it. Good stuff, of course. Then there's obviously Odd Taxi. I've only seen a couple episodes, but it's really fun and dark and twisted and just kind of really feels like something I would have discovered as a kid. I would have been browsing and been like, oh, here's all these interesting shows and what the hell's an Odd Taxi? As a kid, I probably wouldn't have understood what it was really saying, but as an adult, it's very twisted, but I think interesting commentary on a lot of real issues using these very fun character designs in very unfun situations. And then you got Irma-kun season 2, but that I haven't even started yet because I binged season 1 of that show and it was such a fun, compelling adventure that I'm just going to wait for it to be over, and when I feel like it, I'll probably just rewatch season 1 and then carry on with season 2, right? It's one of those things that it's flattering being a content creator and having pretty much on repeat, day in and day out, sometimes multiple points per hour. Please review this. Or in the case of some assholes, you have to review this, which I just ignore them because they don't have manners, right? But there's a thing people have to understand too, that even if I had the time to review 30 things in a season, right, I wouldn't want to, right? For me personally, 12 to 15 shows in a season is a fine, healthy amount. I enjoy doing it, and I have plenty of time to enjoy my life. I can play video games, I can watch other types of television and movies, things like that. I have time to enjoy life after I'm done working, right? After the 12 to 15 mark, you really just have no appeal. Even if something like ReZero first started up, right? And we didn't know how big it was going to get. At the current stage, I just wouldn't want to review it because I'm content with what I'm reviewing. And I think that's hard for some people to grasp, being like, no, you love anime. I love anime. You have to watch everything. No, I mean, if something's really, really good and it's going to remain popular throughout the seasons, I'll probably eventually get around to it. But you gotta have that mental break, that mental point where you can just be sane without going completely haywire. And it's great to have so many anime that you actually have to push some to the side in order to kind of stay sane and not just consume the same meal day in and day out. Because I used to be like that, only watching anime, but at this point, having seen close to 1,000 series anymore, it's just, the anime are still impressing me and they're still doing new things, but I don't just need anime to be happy. I like being able to play video games in my free time. I watch anime essentially for my job, which is fantastic, but in my free time I like to do other things, right? So it's interesting to see just how much good things are coming, and I don't know, I mean, by the looks of what's coming out next season in summer, already looking good. There's some good fall stuff announced too. I would be shocked, but at the same time, I don't think it's impossible that this year could have 4 back-to-back seasons that are all pretty close, if not equal, in terms of quality. Without a doubt, winter and spring have done so. For me personally, enjoying spring slightly more, but I consider them both to be peak 10 out of 10 seasons. If summer and fall can even get that 9 out of 10 mark, where maybe not, you don't have 15 incredible shows guaranteed that you can easily pick out, you have to scatter and kind of look. Still, I mean, if summer and fall can deliver, imagine what 2021 is going to look like in hindsight 5 or 10 years from now, right? It's just incredible to see that it's actually so packed that people, including myself, are actually having to postpone good anime as to not overwhelm ourselves. It's fantastic, and I mean, it's great to be able to make so much content that I have fun with. Saturdays definitely burned me the hell out by doing 5 videos. I'm always dead inside by the time I finish rendering that last video, but they're all such fun shows, and I mean, I'm always going to try to be the person who, if it gets released that day, I'm going to try to make it that day, because I really kind of feel like it's unacceptable, unless there was an emergency or just I was too busy that day. Consistently, there's no reason why I can't get videos out same day, unless there is too many shows. I don't think it's unacceptable if I took 2 of those Saturday shows and did them on a Sunday. The only reason I don't do it is because I already have 2 Sunday shows already, so it doesn't really make it that much easier for me. I'd much rather be able to sleep in on Sunday and only have to do 2 videos versus having Saturday and Sunday both be equally kind of draining, right? But still, I'm hoping it'll be a bit more spread out in summer and fall, where maybe some of those big shows maybe get spread, because on one hand, it's kind of nice because Monday, you got 3 videos. It's kind of big for me, right? But Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, even Friday, it's a pretty easy cycle there. It's just the Saturday, Sunday, Monday rush. I do 10 out of the 15 videos in 3 days, so that's a bit draining, but I mean, I get to talk about anime for a living, so I can't really complain, right? But incredible stuff. I'm really enjoying this season, and it's insane to think that we came off of such a great season last season and still feeling just as excited. I'm seeing more and more people being like, wow, and I thought spring would not even be able to come close to winter, but here we are, right? I'd love to know everyone's thoughts, though, on this season, because obviously everyone has different picks on what's their best, but how shocked are you that spring is this packed after coming off of winter? Sure, some people may say, oh, I actually wasn't a big fan of winter, or maybe you're not a big fan of spring. But if you were someone who was actually really, really happy with winter, how shocked are you about the quality of spring, both good and bad? Because I'd love to read what people are thinking about this season, because I personally think it's just as good as last season. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like to show your support, and hit that subscribe button if you're happy and new around here. So until next time, everyone, please take care and have a good one.